Foxes, welcome back to my channel. It is my monthly update on what's sold on Poshmark this month. So I'm going to go through these listings that sold. I sold 39, I had 39 orders, a couple of bundles this month, and it was $1,025.60 in gross sales. So I was pretty happy with that. I worked really hard this month, did a lot of listing, a lot of sharing. Um, and I'll show you what sold as a result. So the first item is this Nicole Miller black sequin cardigan. I bought this for myself, wore it a couple of times. I thrifted it, of course, but this, I liked the cropped length, and it sold for $18. Some of these items I did send out offer to likers, so they might have a shipping discount, but I'm not going to go over that. I don't do the free shipping for the most part, and none of these had free shipping, so at most it was a $1.50 discount. I was not very good about sending offers to likers this month, so a lot of these were just people sending me offers. The next up was this vintage express velvet button-up vest in solid black. And this one, I think I had listed for, I want to say $45. It was either 45 or 38, and someone sent an offer. I try not to be I'd rather have like a quicker flip than sit on it for a long time, although I have sat on stuff for a very, very long time to get what I want. This was just one of those items that I picked up and would rather have a quick flip. So I felt $29 was fair, and I went ahead and accepted that offer. This one I had listed for a while, since October, and it was by the brand Tool. Show you the tag. This is an older Tool tag, and this is a brand that sold at, or used to be sold at ModCloth. I don't think it really exists anymore, but ModCloth does not sell it currently. And I thought it was super cute, and it had a lot of interest. There were 35 people that had liked it, and finally someone came in and accepted an offer that I sent out and purchased this one. The next one was a new with tags soft surroundings cardigan. The buyer was surprised for some reason that it was new with tags. So I don't know if they didn't read that part or if they just, saw the first couple of pictures and decided that they wanted it. But I had this one listed for, I think, $45, and I went ahead and accepted their offer of $33. This is another ModCloth cardigan. The brand is MAC. There you go. This is an older MAC tag. Would have been from like ModCloth's earlier days. It had these cute little bows on the pockets. It was cable knit, and it was in really good condition. And this one had a lot of likers too. It had 25 likers, and it did eventually sell with, I believe, an offer to likers. Let me double check that. Yes, so I sent out an offer to likers, and there was a $1.50 shipping discount on that one. This was a bundle from someone. They bundled this skirt, which I had had since September, and had listed at $29, and these earrings, which I had just added to my boutique listings. And they offered me $28 for the two. And these earrings didn't really cost me much of anything, so I was very happy to get almost full asking price for this skirt, and I went ahead and accepted that offer of those two items. The next item was this ModCloth Yumi brand. I'll show you the label. That's a ModCloth brand. Sweater. It's got like a kind of Aztec oversized sort of motif, and I'd had this one listed since November, and I got an offer from a buyer on this one for $17. I believe I had it listed for $27, 26 or 29, but either way, I'd had it listed for long enough that I just went ahead and accepted the offer. I rarely haggle with people because I've had so many times where there's an offer that I would accept, but I try and get a little more out of that person and they ghost. So I just would rather accept their offer right away if it's within my comfort zone. This was actually a little girl's dress. I ordered it online to resell, and I thought that it was a women's dress because they had it marked as a women's dress, and then I got it and it was a little girl's dress. It was still really cute, and I do sell some kids' clothes in my closet, so I went ahead and listed it, and it had 4 likers, and someone came in and sent me an offer on this one for $18. I think I had it listed for 26 and someone offered 18 and I was fine with that. It was I did pay I think I paid like $8.40 for this piece, which would be fine if it were a women's dress, but for a kid's dress, I was just kind of happy to get my money back for it and then make a little bit of profit on top of that. The next item is an Isda and Company long sweater with like a tie in the front, and I had listed this back in November. I got it at the bins. It was really cozy and very soft. It was a 100% wool. It was in great condition. This is the label. I had to look this up, I think with the RN number. Oh no, I saw the name on the tag. That was the only way that I knew what the brand was. But someone came in and offered me $19 for this. I think I had it listed at 26, so I was happy to accept that. This one I have had for a very long time. Like, this was one of the oldest listings in my closet. I've definitely had it listed for over a year. And I started it, I think, at like 70 something dollars, and I just kept like price dropping it during closet clear out, sending people offers on it, and I could not sell it. And finally, I had marked it down to $15 and put that that was my final. Otherwise, I was going to take it into the consignment store. And someone did come in and just buy it outright at $15. But I was very disappointed with this sale. It was an Eva Franco dress. So glad to move it, but disappointed at how much or how little it went for, really. It was very pretty. These jeans were Levi's. They were modern Levi's, obviously. They're got this like copper coating on them. I had them listed since October, and I got these at the bins. I was with a friend, and she decided that she didn't want to get them for her closet, so I went ahead and picked them up for mine, and I was happy to get $16 for them. This is another sale I was really disappointed in. These are Poetic License shoes, and they're just like quirky and fun. Modcloth sells this brand, and I loved the colors. They were in great shape. They were a good size 38 or 7. And I had 42 people like them, and I could not sell them. I had them listed for, I think, 45 to start with, and I just had to keep dropping the price because I had them since June, and I was just at the point where I was about to relist them. They had gotten down to $18, and someone offered me 15, and I was like, you know what? Fine, just take them. And so I'm glad that I don't have to look at them anymore, even though they're cute. But I was not all that happy with the sale price on those. This was another item that I ordered for my boutique listings that I've been kind of like mixing into my closet. And the buyer of this was so happy, and she sent me a picture on Instagram, and I reposted it, and she just loved it. And it's just a little Peter Pan collar. It ties in the back. I had ordered 2 of them, but the other one was damaged, so I was only able to list one, and I had it listed for 16, but she offered me 14, and I didn't want to reorder from that vendor because one of the items that I got was damaged, so I went ahead and just accepted her offer to move that out, and that sold pretty quickly. I listed it in February, and it sold in February, I think within a week or so. All right, next up, these had a ton of interest. These were vintage leggings from Express. This is just a photo I found on Google, but it's very, very similar to the actual leggings that were for sale. This is the label, so this is a Vintage Express label. You can see it's new with tags, and they were just these soft velvet, like velveteen leggings, and I had them listed at $34, and I had a lot of interest on them on Etsy, but someone came in and offered me $25 here on Poshmark, and I accepted. This one I had listed another one since June, but the person who came in and made the offer actually sent me a decent offer. I had these listed at $26. She came in and offered $20, and I was super excited about that, accepted right away, and got them shipped out to her. And this one I had also listed at the end of January. You've probably seen it if you've watched my Death Pile video. But it's just a beautiful cardigan from Anthropologie, and I'll show you the tag. It's by Sparrow, size small, and this one I think I had listed for $38, and someone came in and offered me $32, and I was a-okay with that. This is another one I was very disappointed in how long it took to sell. I had this one listed for $23. It's by the brand Susina, and I usually do really well with this brand. I'm usually able to sell them around $23 to $20, and this one it had 43 likers, and I just could not get someone to buy it. Someone finally came in and sent me an offer for $15, and I went ahead and accepted it because I'd had it since September, and even though I loved it and it goes with the style of my closet, I just wanted to move it along. These next 4 items sold in a bundle together. I had this one listed at $18. It was just like a Chinese brand, but I thought it was so cute with the little wood buttons. It's a size small. It's pretty true to size. Had little like gathered sleeves and this little button accent down here at the bottom. Then these little Victoria's Secret tap shorts that I got at the Goodwill bins. And this Anthropologie sweatshirt. It's by Sam and Lavi. I'll show you the tag. And that was an extra small, and that one I got at the bins as well. And then these loafers, which I had bought for myself. They were size 7.5, and I wore them a couple of times and then just decided that they didn't really go with like my closet and like my personal wardrobe as much as I had expected, and so I went ahead and sold those. I think I got them on ThreadUp, so I didn't pay a ton for them. I had them listed at $67, and that whole bundle for everything went for $90. So I was very happy with that because a couple of those things I got at the bins. So the next one was a 2-item bundle. This bundle went for $80. It had this Charter Club pretty like light coat. It's like a jacket almost. And it was a size 2X, and it was in excellent condition. That was listed for $34. And then these shoes that I got at the bins, they were beautiful Italian leather shoes. They had these little like bows on the back with tassels. They had hardly been worn. They had these little scallops around the toe. They had a tiny bit of scuffing here. But those were listed at $78, and yeah, she offered me $80 for the 2, and I accepted that right away because I had gotten both of those items at the bins, and I was very pleased with that. This was an outright purchase. I was a little surprised because I've had this one listed since September. Someone just came in and bought it full price at $26. This one I had listed for $34. It was a maternity swimsuit. I wore it once when I was pregnant, but I had actually thrifted it. It's by Cami Maternity, and yeah, it sold within, I think, 2 days of listing it, so I was very pleased with that. Had a cute little open back. The ties were adjustable. And someone came in and offered me $20. That was a little bit lower than I normally like to accept, but I was like, you know what? Someone is pregnant and they need a swimsuit, and yeah, I'm just gonna take that. So I went ahead and accepted her $20. The next was a 2-item bundle. My closet is pretty quirky on Poshmark. So I have this cherry print cardigan listed for $26, and that's just from H&M Divided. It was in excellent condition. There's just little cherries and polka dots, and then this strawberry beanie that I thought was super weird and quirky. It was women's size. There's me wearing it, and this one was listed at 16, and she came in and offered, where is it, 33.60. I'm not sure how we got to the 60 cents. I think it was when Poshmark was doing, and they were like doing that transition to their new shipping rate, I think. So for some reason my Poshmark fee was $6.72. So I'm not sure about that. But anyway, that sold for $26.80. Or no, I'm sorry. It sold, my earnings were $26.88 and the purchase price was $33.60. This is another vintage item. It's just a knit sweater vest. These are definitely trending right now. It had a decent amount of interest. It was listed for a while, since October, but I was in love with it and I'd cross-posted it to Etsy and it had some interest there too. And that one sold for $27. I think I had it listed for $34, so a very reasonable offer. This was a very reasonable offer as well. I had this one listed for $34. Someone offered $30. People had this listed as Anthropologie. Madison 88 is sold at Anthropologie, but I wasn't sure that this beanie was, so I just listed it under Madison 88 for $30, and someone came in and made that great offer, so I accepted that. This is another bundle, 2 items. It was $36 for the 2 items. There's this scarf that I found at the bins. Had it listed for $16. And this new with tags Rosin Ollie bird print top in a size 3X. Novelty print and plus size together are like really great combo. So this one sold for $36 and I was very happy with that. These were another sale that I was a bit disappointed in, mostly because they were size 14, which I thought was more of like a rare Anthropologie size. They had been listed since September, so I got them listed right at the beginning of fall. And I just really expected them to sell better, but I had them listed at, I think, $58, and I just never got any offers. I never got any interest in them, even though 32 people had liked them. So someone finally came in and offered me 28, and I went ahead and accepted it. This was another bit of a disappointing sale. This one I got as part of a large lot that I bought from somebody. They were selling off, all of their Anthropologie inventory. It was missing its straps, so it didn't have these straps on the shoulders. It was just strapless at this point, but it's still perfectly functional. And that one only sold for $14, and I'd had it listed since May of last year. This one, I was very pleased with the sale. It was $20. I think I had it listed for $23 or $26, and somebody came in and offered me $20, and I had had this listed since November. This was a 2-item bundle, and it sold for $30 for the 2 items. There was this Wrangler shirt, which had the pearl snap buttons, and if you don't know what that is, it's these little buttons that have snaps under them instead of actually like having buttonholes. And then this Brooks Brothers button-up shirt. So I did both of those for $30. This was another like disappointing sale. I bought this from a friend of mine who was cleaning out her closet. I bought it for $3, and someone offered me $7 for it. I had had it listed since March of last year, so a year, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just take my money back, and so I made $4 on that purchase, but. Or I mean, I made $4 on that sale, and my cost of goods was $3. So yeah, I kind of broke even with that between my time and the shipping materials. This was another good sale, quick turnaround. I had these listed in February for $34, and someone came in and offered me $30, and I accepted that right away. This one I had listed at 45, but we're nearing the end of sweater season. I had this listed in January as a vintage Abercrombie and Fitch sweater. Here is the old label, and it was a wool and acrylic blend. It was very cute, just a little Fair Isle in like a brown colorway, probably from the 90s, but I went ahead and accepted an offer of $25. This one was another disappointing sale, but I was glad to move it out. I'd had it listed since May of last year. It was this little sweater with this, I guess, French bulldog on it, but he was grumpy looking. And I guess nobody just really liked his grumpy face. I'd relisted this twice, posted it into Facebook sale groups, and it did have a lot of interest, but just no one ever wanted to buy it despite me sending decent offers. I think at one point I even sent a $12 offer to my likers, and nobody bit. So someone came in and offered me 15, and I accepted right away. All right. This one I picked up for $1 at Goodwill, and I had it listed for 23. It had some pilling on the inside, pretty heavy pilling on the inside. The outside of the coat looked great, but the inside was a bit pilled. And it was a size 1X, and someone came in and offered me $15 pretty shortly after I listed it, so I took that. This was a bundle, so there was this top, which was new with tags from ModCloth, and I'll show you the brand here. It's Pretty Vacant is the brand. And this scarf, which I got at the bins, that I had listed for $16. It had little star prints all over it. And this bug print top from Gap, which I also got at the bins. I had that listed for $23, and they came in and offered me $50 for everything, and I was pretty happy to take that. I had the scarf and the bug shirt listed for a couple of months, and the deer top I just listed, but I was happy to take a lower offer on those two bins items so I could get more for the deer top, which I paid up for a little bit. This one I was happy to see go. I'd had it listed since August of last year. I thought it was super cute. Just a ruffled top, high neckline, with polka dots, and I sent out a bunch of offers on it, and I just could not sell it. So someone offered me $12, and I went ahead and accepted that. These were a purchasing mistake. I got them from a friend who went vintage shopping, and she just sent me some like blurry pictures, and I was looking for overalls at the time, and I thought they were women's, but they were men's, so I ended up paying like $23 for these. And they were in great shape and everything, but yeah, they weren't what I was hoping for. So I had them listed for $78, which I feel is a relatively fair price, maybe a little bit on the higher side. But someone came in and offered me $38 for them, and I was like, I'll get my money back on these. So I did make a little bit of money on that, but not a ton. And it's definitely, I would pick up men's overalls if they were like $5, $6, $7, but certainly not $23. I don't recommend that. These were listed at 16. Someone offered me 12. I accepted. This was listed at 56. Someone offered me 40. It was new with tags. I had just listed it. It sold within, I think, 2 days. And I went ahead and accepted that. And my last sale for the month of February was this Lane Bryant chiffon back top. I had gotten this at the bins. I listed it in October. Someone offered me $14 for it. I listed it at 23 and I was happy to accept that. So, sorry, that is it for my sales for February. It was again $1,025.60. I had 39 orders. My average sale price was $26.29, which is right about where I'd like to keep it. Um, and after all of my fees were taken out, it was $817 in gross, or I'm sorry, in net sales, but that's before my cost of goods, which I don't keep track of on an individual level. That's not how my accountant has me do it. I just end up paying for everything out of whatever I make for the month. So anything I buy in February comes out of my sales for February, and so I don't have to keep track of it item by item, which is fine. Um, and yeah, I was very happy with my sales this month between Etsy. I killed it on Etsy this month, and then Poshmark, and then I sold a couple things on eBay and some stuff in the Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, it was a really good month for me. I was very happy with my February sales, and even though it seemed slow at times, it really picked up towards the end. So, yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I'd love if you subscribed. I just hit my first 100 subscribers, so thank you all, especially if you've made it to the end of this video. I will be doing another video with my Etsy sales for February, and I hope to see you there. Thanks so much. Have a great day.